I'm not dehydrated, but I'm not drinking as much water as I need to because all my water is like this now. This is the earth sack that's been in the bear box. As you can see, there's mouse poop all over the top. Not inside, but just on the top there, on the sides. Evidence that the mice do get in there. Good morning. I'm sorry I didn't film right when I got up. It was 15.7 degrees and I had to pack up, and it was 8 o'clock by that time I had to get going. It was really rather late. And according to my thermometer, the temperatures are dropping, so it was gonna get colder. But I'm gonna get going now, and just to try to warm up because my feet are really cold. Pretty much everything's cold. I've got a lot of layers on. I've got everything, well, most everything on, except my puffy and my short sleeve t-shirt. I got the base layer, long sleeve shirt, the melly, and now this rain jacket. But yeah, I'm gonna get going just because it's very, very cold and everything is cold and the batteries are all saying they're dead. If I keep them close to me, the batteries eventually wind up saying there's power left. But for now, everything is pretty drained, so let's get going. Today's gonna be about a 16-mile day. We're gonna try to go to, I don't even know the name of the shelter. I didn't check at all this morning because I didn't want to get out of my quilt. But 16 from Stover about. There's a shelter and there's a campsite a little bit before. I'm gonna try to go to the shelter again just because there's about an inch of snow everywhere. And I just don't want to set my tent up in it right now because I will be setting up my tent. I think I'm gonna go to Neil's Gap and just tent there overnight. We'll see. All right, let's get going. Beautiful day 2. Good morning, everyone. I should be the only one leaving footsteps here. In fact, yeah, everything's clean snow. Beautiful trail, isn't it? So I think until the next shelter, which is maybe 4 miles away, there's gonna be no other steps. There are a few people in front of me, and I think they went to that shelter. I'm not sure. They didn't stay here, so they must have gone to the next one. But for now, it's just all me. Fortunately, the trail is so worn in. Even with the snow, you can really see where the trail is, right? It's pretty obvious. Beautiful morning. Just cold everything though. Cold fingers and cold toes. This is just beautiful with the snow on the rhododendrons, and you got the sunlight coming in and you see a little streaks of sun. It's beautiful. I keep hitting my head on these things. What a sight, huh? Don't you wish you could be here? 16 degrees. Wow, look at these branches. I thought I would miss out on plants with fresh snow. I got my wish. So pretty. And look at the sun coming through. Check out these snowflakes. There's some perfect ones. It's like Mother Nature is apologizing for the cold by giving me a little pretty show. That one's a little damaged, but beautiful little snowflakes. See all the snowflakes flying around? And sunlight. Look at all the snowflakes. Right now I'm going through the usual early stages of a trip where you just don't eat enough and you just feel sluggish. I had one little bar, I think it was like 180 calories. Petering down. I could feel it kicking in though, but I know it's not gonna last, so I should eat something right now so I get sustained energy, but it's hard. I'm guessing also I burned a lot of calories overnight just trying to stay warm. I was quite cold overnight. My feet were getting cold in the morning, and now I know why, because it was 15.7 degrees in the shelter. But overall it was okay. Slept okay, in and out all the time, but not a good continuous sleep. But I mean, I stayed in bed for a good 12 hours at least, maybe less. But today's only about 11 miles, but getting tired already. My big phone, or my big camera, every time I turn it on, the battery's either saying 17% or no battery, because the cold is getting to it. And fortunately, the GoPro is actually still working well with the Enduro batteries. They're designed for the cold, but the screens don't turn on when it's below freezing. It'll turn on for a little bit, and then when you record, it turns off. It's kind of funny. What's funny is you look this way and the trees don't have any snow on them. You're like, ah, no big deal, nothing happened last night. And then you look towards the sun and you see which direction the wind was blowing. Some trees have a lot more snow than the others, but it's all on the opposite side of the sun. Maybe the sun melted the other side, I don't know. It was really windy yesterday though, howling. A bunch of snow kept blowing in, and I got some like on the bottom of my quilt as well as just on the platform there. I felt snow hitting my face every now and then because there was a window behind me. It was closed, but there were gaps, so you could get a little dusting. Look at all the trees with snow on them. That there is almost the exact dimensions as a blaze. Rectangular, could be a blaze. It's pointing the right way. And up further ahead, there's another one. Maybe it's a real blaze. No, it's snow. Perfect dimensions. Go figure, huh? I'm not dehydrated, but I'm not drinking as much water as I need to because all my water is like this now. I'm probably carrying about 3/4 of a liter of ice. So, unfortunately, then I can't refill this because I'll get like portions of dirty water, and I don't know how I purify it and how it works with ice. So I'm gonna go to Hawk Mountain Shelter that's just coming up. There's a good water source there, so I'm gonna fill this up, pour 2 cups into my coffee, my cooking pot, basically boil it, and then pour it into the other bottle, which is clean. And the boiling should purify it enough. And then I'll drink out of that, and I'll pour whatever's the rest in here into there, boil it, and pour it back in here. But unfortunately, I have to boil water to get water. The catch is with me, because I'm using Aquamira like this, if you just fill it with water, I'm not sure how many drops you're supposed to use or if it's going to be effective, because some of the water will freeze instantly onto the ice. I don't know if it would work. And then you gotta wait 30 minutes, during which more of it will freeze again. So I don't know if that would work then either. So I'm just gonna go for boil. And now I have a water bottle with actually water in there. It's not, in fact, all the ice melted and it's slightly warm. And I poured boiling water in there. It's actually pretty nice. Temperature is 26 degrees now, so it shouldn't keep freezing on me, maybe. Check this out, folks. I'm heading down towards Cooper Gap, and there's hardly any snow. It's like little bits that were piled up, probably because we were north side.
And this is just, I don't know what was there, but oddly enough, there's a whole bunch of snow on the way up on the other side. But maybe it's just the way the wind was, but there's hardly any snow here. It's kind of odd. I actually thought this might have been a bear, but there was basically just ice falling off that and just coming down the hill. And the whole time I was like, is that a bear? And I was a bit tippy-toeing trying to catch it. Just ice. This is the trail where I'm walking right now. There's hardly any snow at all. There's just tiny little patches here and there. But we are on the south side of a mountain. And if I turn around and look across the little ravine here, you might not be able to see it as well, but between the trees there's just a ton of white. It's snow. Kind of just looks like clouds or something, but it's all snow. It's filled in over there. Unfortunately, because of this mountain here, the shadow is coming up fast. Can you see it? It's just on the right, just a few feet down on the hill. I gotta hurry before I get stuck in the shade and it gets cold really quick. So we'll keep going. And it's the opposite of the desert where you gotta try to hide in the shade. And now it's try to escape the shade. Look at this crazy vine. Oh, I hope that doesn't fall. Whack someone in the head. Okay. Lots of vines. Here's a look at Gooch Mountain Shelter. Right now, the only one here. This one's a little one, but it's still pretty nice. It has a loft and there's stairs on both sides. You can see one over there. And there's a picnic table right in front. Here there are bear cables, I believe, and bear boxes somewhere. Behind this shelter is the privy and water source. The water source is actually pretty good. It's a piped creek, so you could fill up a bottle really easily. Runs about 2 liters a minute, I'd say. Not bad. These are one of my favorite things to eat ever. None of this light business either, but Spam singles. 230 calories. If I brought tuna packets on this trip, they would have all been frozen rock hard. I wouldn't even know what to do with them. Like, do you thaw them? Keep them next to the stove? But these are still a little mushy. And so good. So good. This is ramen with a whole bunch of white rice, instant white rice, and some sriracha. You gotta mix it up really well so you get all the seasoning mixed in, otherwise you get clumps of seasoning at the end. Try to get as much of the air out as you can. And then close the perfect lid that you have. Shove the corners in, and then put it in between your legs. Well, that's it for today, folks. This is day 2 at Gooch Mountain Shelter. It's really cold right now, and from what I heard earlier, it's supposed to get down to 15 again tonight. So pretty cold. I'm trying to warm up. I have to charge my phone a little bit, but I'm trying to warm it up before I can charge it, and it's hard to warm it up, especially holding it up. But yeah, I'm also warming up the battery bank in my pants, and that's cold. That's a problem with trying to warm stuff up. They're cold, and your body's the only way to warm it up. Oh well. But well, thanks for watching, folks. We'll see you all tomorrow morning. I'm not sure exactly what we're gonna do tomorrow, actually. Might try to do 10. We shall see. 10, 11 again. Breaking my body into it slowly. All right, y'all have a good night and stay warm, folks. Bye.